Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of What Will I Be Watching? This time, we are talking about the Fall 2023 lineup and the animes that I watched during that time. So, first off, let's talk about the returning animes. Shield Hero Season 3. Absolutely amazing. Better than season 2. I enjoyed Season 2 for what it was. I thought it was still entertaining. But yeah, Season 3 is like way more interesting to me. And I'm very much looking forward to Season 4 because Season 3 set up some interesting story arcs. Then let's see. Spy Family, which, okay, so it's so here's the thing. So season two aired before. This is technically season 3, but it's also advertised as season 2. But it's not advertised as season 2 part 2. So I don't know what's going. I honestly don't understand what's going on there. But throughout all the advertisements of season 2, it was advertised as season 2, and then when this new season came out, it's supposed to be season 3, but it was also advertised as season 2, and that's just the way it was in Japan, and I don't understand that. So we've had 2 season 2s apparently for Spy Family. I don't understand what goes on with the marketing for some of these animes. It's weird. The marketing for some of these animes get really weird, and I don't quite understand it. But this current season is the season that has the cruise ship arc, and that is, honest to God, like probably the best arc in the series. Like in terms of yore, it's the best arc. Eminence in Shadow season 2. I watched that. That was amazing. Spy Family must watch. Eminence in Shadow season 2 must watch. Is that it in terms of returning series? No. There's the Faraway Paladin season 2. Again, I would say that is a must watch. I absolutely love the Faraway Paladin series. I love both seasons, and it's such a shame that the light novel has been on hiatus for several years due to the author's health. That is such a shame because I love the series and I would love to see it continue on. And I think that's it for returning shows. Okay, so now we're moving on to new shows. Now I want to say this. I did not watch Apothecary Diaries when it first came out. I only recently started watching it. I'm loving it so far. I'm only like 4 episodes into the series, but I am loving it so far. It is really entertaining so far. But I haven't gotten through the entirety of the first season yet. So I cannot say that I've completed it, but I do intend to finish it because I'm really enjoying it so far. And I only recently started watching it because I know season 2 is like about wrapped up. So I'm just gonna be binge watching both seasons. Let's see. Berserk of Gluttony. I watched that. Honestly, I'm honestly having a hard time remembering exactly what happens in the anime because I'm pretty sure I found that anime kind of boring, so I would not recommend that one. Apothecary Diaries, just based on the 4 episodes I've seen, I would recommend it, but I haven't finished it, so I cannot give an official verdict. I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm not going to give an official verdict on that one until I've actually seen the whole thing. Next is Our Dating Story: The Experienced You and the Inexperienced Me. This is a really cute love story. This is a really cute rom-com where the main girl, she has had several different boyfriends, but they've all been terrible. They've all been horrible to her. And they've only ever wanted one thing. They've all only ever wanted her for her body. And then finally she ends up dating this shy nerd who asked her out. And of course he treats her differently. He treats her well. He treats her with respect and with love. He's not just using her, and that's all new to her. That's all entirely new to her. And so she loves the idea of like falling in love with her her first boyfriend. She loves the idea of falling in love with her first boyfriend because her parents were high school sweethearts. They fell in love. They were each other's first everything. And so, although she can't give him her first time, she basically experiences pretty much all of her other firsts. Her first romantic date, her first romantic kiss that wasn't forced on her. Like, a lot of firsts she experiences with him. Despite knowing, even though he knows what she's been through, he knows that she's had all these different boyfriends, but he doesn't care. He still sees her as another person instead of just someone to lust for. And so it's a very sweet romance. So I would say I would recommend it. It is cute. It is very cute. Let's see. Next is I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. Another cute story. Basically, the main dude rescues this noble lady who was dying on his doorstep. Like, she was kicked out. She was kicked out of her family, and she was like a doormat for them. They treated her like a doormat. They walked all over her. They used her. They abused her, and he basically teaches her to be kind of selfish, to say when she wants something, and to actually take what she wants. To say, screw it, I deserve happiness. I deserve the things I want. And like he teaches her about that stuff. And in turn, she also teaches him how to be kinder to people, in order to make friends, because he has magic, and magicians are seen as evil in this world. She helps him to basically improve his image, to show that, like, hey, I'm not a bad guy. So it's a very cute romance between two introverts. Okay, next up, a playthrough of a certain dude's VR MMO life. This one's boring. I absolutely do not recommend that one. It is so boring. I checked out after, like, the 4th episode, to be honest. I checked out of the series after the 4th episode. I watched the whole thing, but I cannot remember anything about it. It was so insanely boring. Like, virtually nothing is accomplished in every single episode. And it's just a slog. It's so slow. Everybody talks so slowly, and nothing ever actually happens. Nothing ever actually happens in the series. It's so boring. So, do not recommend. Next is My Daughter Left the Nest and Returned, an S-Rank Adventurer. A guy who adopted his daughter. A guy who adopted a daughter. He raised her, taught her everything he knows about fighting. He took her in when he failed to. He was part of a party, and they had gone on a mission. They had gone on a mission to save a village, and he lost a leg during while defending the village against an evil entity that he never quite got a good look of. It was just covered in like black aura, and so he couldn't quite get a good look at what it was. But he lost his leg to it, and on top of that, the villagers were all dead except for this little baby girl. And so he took her in, retired as an adventurer, took her in, raised her, trained her, and she went off to the capital and became an S-rank adventurer. And now all she wants to do is go see her dad. She wants to go see her dad, and she wants to let him know that she became an S-rank. And for him to praise her and tell her how proud he is of her. Like, that's all she wants. And every time she finally gets, and every time it looks like she's finally going to get free time, a new crisis happens that causes her to stay. Because, like, you know, like, she is one of the only S ranks in the whole kingdom. And so, like, they rely on her. They rely on her for a lot. And if she were to just abandon those people in need, she knows that her father would not be proud of her for that. And so she's constantly having to postpone coming home to visit her old man. And throughout the whole thing, like, you're just wanting to see this father and daughter duo reunite, and for him to tell her how proud he is of her. You just want to see that. And it does happen later on in the series, and after that, after they finally reunite, he decides, you know what? This village that I've been living in, I've taught several people how to defend the village. They can handle it themselves now. I'm gonna go live in the capital. And so, like, he actually goes to live in the capital. So now they can actually be a family. They can be a family again. And he even starts to get interested in a little bit of a romance with a couple. There's a couple ladies that he's a little interested in. And she's like sizing them up, like, are you good enough to be my stepmom? So it's a very cute family dynamic. There's no incest stuff going on, thank God. I'm sick and tired of, like, different animes where, like, a guy adopts a daughter and raises her as his kid, and then when she becomes an adult, she falls in love with him, he falls in love with her, and then he basically just marries his daughter. I hate that. I hate it so much. So many different animes have such a good start, and then they get ruined, absolutely ruined, because they decide to go that icky incest route. But this, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just a cute family dynamic, and I love that. I wish more animes were like this. So, recommend. Alright, next, The Family Circumstances of the Irregular Witch. This is a weird one. This is a really weird one. It's another one about adoption. It's another one about an adventurer retires from being an adventurer in order to raise a baby. Except she was a witch. And she also has a condition that basically makes it to where she won't ever grow. So she's forever looking like a 10-year-old. Meanwhile, the daughter she raised looks like she's in her, like, mid to late 20s. Even though the daughter she raised is, like, 16. Unlike the other one, though, she's a little too obsessed with her mom. Not so much not in a romantic way, but she's like, the daughter is a little too obsessed with her mom to the point where she does not want her mom to marry at all. Because if her mom gets married, it means that'll be less time. That'll be less affection that she will get, because some of that affection will go to her new husband, and she doesn't want that. She wants all of her mom's affection. And so it's weird. Like, there's no romantic tension, but it is really weird how obsessed she is, how obsessed her daughter is with her. And so, like, a lot of people in the series, like, assume that, you know, the mother is the daughter and the daughter is the mother. A lot of people end up assuming that. I forgot to turn off my notification. Okay, here we go. So, I feel really bad for one particular character, however. There's this male elf character who has a huge crush on the little witch. Yeah, they've known each other for years. Since they were both children. She's lived for a long time because of her spells, and he's an elf, so he lives for a long time. And they've known each other since they were kids, and he's always liked her. And so at one point in this series, I want to say it was like episode 3, I believe, where he was introduced, and he tried to. Or no, he was introduced in episode 2, and then episode 3, he's there again, and he tries to, he wants to ask her out. And her daughter ends up using a spell to summon a monster whose diet is elves. And the last time we see him, he's inside the stomach of the monster screaming. And we just don't see him again for, like, the majority of the series after that. And throughout every episode, I'm just left wondering, is that guy dead? Did this girl just murder him? Did this girl actually murder him? Like, why are we not seeing this guy again? You'd think if it was meant to be a haha funny joke, you'd think they'd want to, you know, reintroduce him in the very next episode just to make sure we know, yeah, he's not dead, he's still alive. But no, we don't see him again until the final episode. This is like episode 3 when he gets trapped in there. And then we don't see him again for 9 episodes. And then in the final episode, he shows up. And it's like, why did it take this long to show us he's alive? I actually thought this guy was dead. I was like, holy crap, she's a murderer. She'll murder anyone who even dares to talk to her mom. So, it's really weird stuff like that. And then there's another guy who has a crush on the daughter, who she basically will insult anyone who tries to flirt with her. But it's okay because he's into that. He's into the whole he's into dominatrixes. And it just, the whole series is weird. Really, really weird. Like, there are some jokes that are kind of funny, but most of the time I'm just left watching, what the hell did I just watch? I'm just wondering myself, what the hell did I just watch a lot of times when I finish an episode. So, I cannot say I would recommend it. Like, if you're into that kind of weird stuff, then you might find enjoyment out of this. But I personally can't recommend it. Next is Tear Moon Empire. This is another one of those villainess animes. And she, in this one, she actually has a book that tells her, to help her keep track of, like, what horrible events are going to occur. And anytime she changes the future, that part of the book that had something horrible happen gets erased. But there's still this part of the book that hasn't been erased yet, which means that's still going to happen. So she has to find a way to stop that too. So she actually has a device that allows her to keep track of, like, what she has and hasn't changed, what parts of the future she has and hasn't changed. But also, the more of the book she eliminates, the less certain she is of what she's supposed to do next. Because, you know, this book is what tells her what the future is going to be. But if the book becomes completely blank, then she has no idea how she's supposed to, you know, protect herself from becoming a target. So it's interesting. So I really like it. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Saints' Magic Powers is Omnipotent season 2 aired here. I still haven't watched season 2. I watched season 1 and I really enjoyed it. I, honest to God, forgot that there was a season 2 till just now. I forgot there was a season 2 till now. So, yeah. Let's see. So there's 3 left. There's 3 animes left. Next is I'm in Love with the Villainess. This is hilarious. Absolutely hysterical. The main character gets reincarnated as the player character in their favorite dating sim. And so, like, obviously they have a whole bunch of different options for male love interests. And she just says, nah, I have no interest in any of these guys. The one I'm in love with is the villainess. She's awesome. And yes, it is 100% a Yuri anime. It is a Yuri isekai anime. And they do not have it be subtle. It is not subtle in the slightest. There is a lot of actual talk. There is a lot of serious talk where the characters sit down and actually discuss the pros and cons of having feelings for someone of the same gender. And it's actually really interesting to see an anime tackle that kind of thing. Because, like, a lot of times, like, when you see a Yuri or a yaoi anime, it's usually not really taken that seriously, and it's just meant to be kind of a fan servicey thing. So, like, they don't really dig deep into those types of relationships. I'm not even part of that community. The whole Rainbow Alphabet community. I know it has an actual, like, name, LGB whatever. I haven't kept track. I don't keep track of all the different letters that's part of that community because I'm stupid. Okay, I'm stupid. I can't remember it, and I don't want to use my brain cells to try to remember it when I'm not even part of that community. So I just call it the Rainbow Alphabet community. But Like, I'm not part of that community, but I can understand why, I can understand how important something like this is to that community. Like, having an anime that actually sits down, takes itself seriously, and talks about the pros and cons of being in love with someone of the same sex and the issues that could arise of being in a relationship with someone of the same sex. Like, it is very interesting that this anime like actually sits down and actually starts talking about that. Um, and the anime itself is just absolutely hilarious with lots of entertaining characters. Um, so so yeah, I would absolutely say that that is a must watch. It was a really good one. Um, so next is the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. Peak is here. Peak is here. The ultimate harem anime right here. This is the ultimate harem anime. Every single girl is best girl. Literally every single girl. There is not a single girl in this series that is unlikable. Not a single one. If there is, I haven't met them yet. I read the manga. I believe the manga. I currently have the first 10 volumes of the manga. I haven't been buying a lot of the volumes recently, but I believe there's like 20 volumes currently of the manga. Actually, let me check. Let me actually double check that. Okay, yeah. Yeah. The 20. There's 20, no? 21. Yeah, 21 volumes. There's 21 volumes so far. There's 21 volumes so far of the manga, and over over 200 chapters so far. And he's introduced 34, I think. 34 girlfriends so far. And the series is going to keep going. It's going to keep going. The author has already stated that it's going to keep going till they've introduced all 100 girlfriends. I love every single character. There's not a single character in this series that I dislike. They are all so enjoyable, also likable. And like, it's not just their relationship with Rentaro. You also see like different relationships between the different characters. One of my personal favorites is the relationship between Shizuka and Ai. Shizuka and Ai, they have this kind of like sisterly bond relationship. They form this like sisterly bond relationship, and it is just absolutely adorable to see them together. And then there's another relationship. In the second season, that starts up in the second season, between Mei and Mimi. Mei is a shy introverted girl, and Mimi is someone who loves to have the spotlight on her. And so like the two of them actually become like best friends. Like that it's such an unlikely pairing. You would not think they would be those two would be best friends, considering how their personalities are so drastically different. But they are. They're best friends, and it works. It works so well. So they show so many different relationships between all the different girls. So, like, their relationship with Rentaro is not the only relationship they have. They actually have relationships with each other, and they all have different ways of interacting with one another. Like, characters will interact differently towards one character than with another character. Like, Karane, the tsundere, she will bicker and argue with Hikari. And she'll run away from Hikari's mother because Hikari's mother is just really, really freaking weird, but to a hilarious degree. And then she'll have camaraderie with Kurumi, the hangry girl of the group, the hangry girlfriend. And the two of them like kind of together make up like kind of the straight men of the group, the people who talk reason. And so it's so interesting. It's so great to see all these different girls having different like interactions and relationships with each different character. I absolutely adore it. It is an incredible series, an absolute must watch for everyone. This is honestly, I would put this in the top 100 animes that everyone has to watch before they die. Like, this is in the top 100. It is absolutely incredible. So, absolute must watch. And finally, the last one. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. It's Frieren. I've gone on and on in my video talking about like how Frieren, Fern, and Stark are like one of my like the three of them put together is one of my favorite are tied for one of my favorite anime characters of all time. I went on and on for a while about that in that video, so I'm not gonna take too much time here, but like it really is incredible. It deserves it's currently ranked the number 1 anime of all time on my anime list. It is ranked number 1. It actually surpassed Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And that was in the fall of 2023. That was a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago it surpassed Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it has kept the number 1 spot. It has kept the number 1 spot for the last year and a half. It is absolutely amazing from start to finish. The biggest must watch there has ever been. Honestly, I will put this in the same category as Mushoku Tensei. It really deserves to be there. It really does. It absolutely deserves to be there. Right there with Mushoku Tensei. An absolutely incredible series. So, but anyway, with that said, that is it for fall 2023. So let's see. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay, that's okay. 18. So for winter 2024, I have 18 animes to talk about. Oh boy. Okay. That's gonna be a lot. Oh man. Alright. Well, in any case, that is going to do it for this episode. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. Let me know in the comment box below what was your favorite anime to come out of fall 2023 besides Frieren. Because I know if I allow Frieren to be an answer, that's all anyone is going to submit. So, besides Frieren, what else is your favorite? So, just let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts or your recommendations. Anyway, that's all I got, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.